Hello guys, gonna be going over the PrizePicks MLB slate for Wednesday, July 13th. Had a great slate on Tuesday, gonna try to keep this going. I will say though, there are some better pitchers on the mound for today, so there is gonna be less targets for the hitting side, and overall just gonna be less plays I feel like, but rather do that than give out a bunch of plays that don't end up hitting, not that confident in. So gonna start off this video with strikeouts first innings. There's another Coors game, but this one I don't really like. Like today, I took off that Coors one because there wasn't CJ Chrome. Chris Bryant is out, and then for today it's gonna be Joe Musgrove, a very good pitcher. So just not really one that I like today. Also, the other ones they don't really stand out to me. For strikeouts, I do like Luis Severino over 6Ks. Garrett Cole, Severino's no Garrett Cole, but Cole was able to strike out 11 Cincinnati Reds. Now, Severino, he's still a very good K pitcher though, and this Reds team does strike out a ton. Taking a look at Severino first here, 81 percentile for the Ks, very good whiff. Chase rate only at 36 percentile, but I mean, there's so much swing and miss here from Cincinnati for Severino, 27.9% K right now this season. But you look at those 2 seasons before, like this guy is just a really good pitcher when it comes to strikeouts. And he has a terrific matchup. Looking at the Reds here, they're pretty right-handed heavy. Like even the lefties here, they do strike out a ton. Votto, Naquin, Moose, they're the 3 projected to be lefties. Stevenson, believe he's a righty. But all of these guys like Farmer, Senzel, but everyone else, they're all above 20% K percentage. And Severino, he does have some splits. Like you look at the lefty righty, his K percentage, it's pretty drastic. But the good thing is the Reds, they do have more righties in their lineup. And when it comes to the lefties, they do strike out. So I think at 6, it's pretty good. If it's 6.5, I feel like he should be able to get 7, so I don't hate it. But again, it's just the whole thing about if they bump anything, I just don't really feel like it's a good pick then because we missed out on the lower line. So I do want to take it when it's at 6, but if it does move to 6.5 or 7, I'm just going to stay away. So right now, I do like this one as a tier 1 play. Now on to pitcher fantasy score. There is one under that I like, Lucas Giolito. 34.5 against the Guardians. Giolito, he's just been really bad this season. Sure, he does strike guys out, so that possibly could be a concern, but these Guardians, they do not strike out, and they call them Nolan Jones. Jimenez has been really good for ML Reyes. He does K quite a bit, but he's also a very good bat when it comes to just power. He's going to drive guys in, so you kind of want him in the lineup for just to do damage, get earned runs, to get the fantasy points off of Giolito. And Giolito, 27.6 K percentage, so it's solid. But I mean, when it comes to when the ball's put in play, he's just not been good. You look at his splits, he's pretty reverse. 13 homers, 171 whip is just ridiculous when it comes to anyone. And for him, his pitch type, so pretty much the fastball, slider, changeup for both sides. And why is he doing so bad? Well, the slider and the changeup and then the curve, they just have positive run values, which obviously is bad for when you're the pitcher. And the fastball, yeah, it's a -3, but like look at his expected numbers, it's still not good. And it's the major leagues, pretty much every hitter hits well against the fastball. So this really doesn't look that great of a spot, especially when you're facing off against the Guardians, who do not K a lot. And with how Giolito's just giving up bombs, giving up a lot of earned runs, if he's not racking up Ks, which this is not the spot that he should be, this is going to be difficult for him to hit 34.5. He also has some home and away splits. Well, I thought he did. I guess he kind of fixed them in the most recent starts. Yeah, I guess he did. But still, though, Giolito, he's just been pretty terrible. Like, you look at the home runs allowed, he's allowing 2 homers in so many of these games, earned runs, everything. Like, he also will walk guys. It's just pretty troubling, honestly, for me at least. Like, he first faced off against the Guardians. Now, this was a different team. The Guardians do have some new players in their lineup, but like 5Ks, yeah, it wasn't a bad start. Like, only gave up 1 earned, but since then, like, I mean, he's been really bad. And I just think that this prediction is too high for him. Like, I have it as a tier 1 behind Severino. But yeah, just the matchup. I think this is a little bit too high. Savali, someone that does pitch well at home. He's also, I mean, he's not as great of a pitcher as Giolito, but like honestly, at least Savali's pitching at home where he is better. So I wouldn't say Giolito is like for sure gonna get a win. I wouldn't be surprised if Savali could pick the win up here, or at least prevent Giolito from getting the win. And it's an 8.5 run total game. The wind, I mean, there's no direction on it for here, which usually means it's not blowing in or out. So I just think Giolito, again, it's too high, and that's why I'm taking it under. And then on to hitting. So for runs and RBIs, they actually have quite a bit up, but I only like one of them right now because a lot of these, it just depends on the batting order. And the one is Andrew Vaughn, over 0.5 runs and RBIs. So it's the same game, but targeting Aaron Savali. So talking about Savali, he's not that great of a pitcher. Yeah, he's pitching at home where he's been better, but the White Sox, like, this is a very good offense. They have, or not everyone, they're still missing some guys with injury, like Grandal, who hasn't been great, but of course, he draws a ton of walks, and it helps the rest of the lineup. So Vaughn, he's projected to bat second. He usually does. Is Tim Anderson? I'm not sure if Tim Anderson's like out right now, but whether he is or not, like Vaughn's gonna be batting at the top of the order, and Abreu, like they have Eloy back. These guys are just, I mean, they're good. It's a very talented top half of the offense for the White Sox. They're playing away, which is pretty good when it comes to hitters. You're going to be able to bat, like guaranteed to bat in the 9th inning. And the Guardians, I mean, Savali, 6.28 ERA. Like, I really like when guys are hitting second, because hopefully you have a guy, in the leadoff guy, who gets on base, so you have an RBI opportunity. But if not, you bat, you get on base, and then you have a lot of the best hitters behind you to drive you in. So that's just kind of like I would say the sweet spot's number 2 when it comes to the batting order for this prop. So I really do like Vaughn. He's the one that I like. But the other ones that you just have to keep an eye on, and I'll add these, it's Joey Wendell, Randy Rosarena, yeah, it's just those 2 guys, because like Wendell, his batting order, like where he bats, it kind of like it's all over the place, and I really do want him to bat first or second. And Rosarena as well. Just lately, like the Rays, they have a lot of injuries. They're kind of moving everything around. Also, I don't believe in Josh Winkowski. So that's why I'm going to be targeting this guy. I mean, if Randy's going to be hit second, third, I'll take him. But, I don't think I'm going to have him like a tier 1 play. Same thing with Wendell. But these are just going to be guys that I will add, maybe like tier 3. But it all depends on the batting order. And then hitter fantasy score, I actually forgot to talk about the one. Josh Bell. I talked about this on the last video, but this game got postponed. But it's the same matchup against Chris Flexen. Josh Bell hits those pitch types well. Hitting against righties, he's just much better when he's able to bat lefty. And he's at the same number, 6.5. So I'm going to take the over. Yeah, it's a tier 2 play for me. It is double header, so keep an eye on if he ends up resting on one of these games. But I think he should be able to hit or play both. But really, this is a game 1 play, remember? The first game, we want Josh Bell over 6.5, not game 2. And the rest, they're going to be personal plays. They're just 2. Cedric Mullins, the first one at 7.5, and this one is an under. Taking on Justin Steele. Steele, a lefty. Mullins, he's not terrible against lefties, but he's definitely worse. And he's going to be playing in Wrigley, where Justin Steele, he's allowed, I think, 7 stolen bases on the year so far the last, I think it was like 2019 to now, and then 1 caught stealing. But Wilson Contreras, the catcher for the Cubs, he's one of the elite catchers in terms of pop time. I think he's ranked 8th when it comes to pop time, which of course is going to be something that limits base stealers, going to be able to catch them. Yeah, he's 8th, 1.92. Very good pop time there to 2nd. And that's probably going to make things difficult for Mullins to steal. So because of that, I think if you're going to need him to just get his points based off of hitting, it's going to be difficult, I would say, just in terms of a lefty-lefty matchup. And this game's going to be in Wrigley and a very wind-sensitive ballpark. You'll have 11-mile winds blowing in. So that's another reason why I do like this one. But the reason why this is not official is because Justin Steele, he has allowed 7 stolen bases compared to 1 caught stealing. And if Mullins does get on base on first, is able to steal second, this is just not going to be good. So that's why I'm keeping this one away from an official play. But I am playing this one just a little bit personally. And another personal play, this might become official. It's going to be Yandy Diaz, projected bat first. I do like him if he does lead off. But of course, he's playing at home. McClanahan pitching probably means the Rays are only going to be hitting for 8 innings, honestly. McClanahan is just such a stud. But, so, hits and walks. Diaz right here. He just is such a good hitter. Like, overall, when it comes to, well, let's pull up Winkowski's numbers. So Diaz, he walks at an elite rate. He's 98th percentile. You look at all his hitting, he's batting .303 on the year. He will have games where he just walks twice. The last time we were looking at 1.5 for this one, he actually ended up resting, so it was a DMP against the Reds. But again, just a ton of games where he's walked 3 times in some games, and because he hits well, like that's what you want to see, right? Hits, walks. If he does them all, like if he does them both, yeah, it's such a great play. The Red Sox bullpen, it's not that great, and the Rays are going to be playing at home. Winkowski doesn't strike guys out. Diaz doesn't strike out anyway. 36th percentile only for walks. So I do like this one. But hits and walks, usually it's just not a category that I'm like going to say it's an absolute tier 1 play. So that's what's keeping me from giving this one officially. But I would say right now, I'd probably lean towards Diaz over Mullins if you wanted to just add another one that's not an official play. And then total bases, they haven't added the ones that I'm looking for. And those are going to be the Yankees. So Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. They're playing against the Reds. It's Mike Minor, a lefty on the mound. Minor's not been good. He's allowing a ton of power to righties, of course. Right? He's just not been good against righties. And, Judge, Stanton, they're playing in Yankee Stadium, one of the best hitters ballparks. So I absolutely love them. I don't know if we're going to actually get them available. It would also be a nice mix if we do get the home run props for these guys. But, it's a very great spot for them. So if we do get him, probably going to be tier 1 plays. So keep an eye on that. Stolen bases, though, for today, it's actually a pretty tough spot. So that's why I don't have a lot of fantasy score plays. So anyway, though, the pitchers, they're going to be Aaron Ashby, Justin Steele, Lucas Giolito, Chris Flexen, Chris Bassett, and Eric Fetty. But, if you take a look at who they're playing, the players on those teams, they don't necessarily steal, or if they do, it's not the best hitting matchup. So again, I want guys that can be in a good matchup so they don't have to be reliant on the stolen base, like Kyle Tucker obviously for today. So glad that worked out. But this slate so far, it looks just like one that I'm going to take kind of light. Going to try to, of course, hit these plays with accuracy rather than just giving you guys volume quantity. So that's it for the video, guys, for today, for this Wednesday. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck on this slate. Bye.